What we saw in Massachusetts after marriage was redefined in that state was, for example, that Catholic Charities, which had long been involved in the adoption business, was driven out of the adoption business because they had a conscientious objection to placing children for adoption with same-sex couples.
Why isn't that an example of discrimination by the religious?
Boy, that Cuomo is a piece of work. Welcome to Give Me Five. He's just like his brother and just like his father, and that's not surprising, but he thinks he's straight down the middle. So here we are. We're at a watershed moment in our country, ladies and gentlemen, where today you could just barely get by talking about religious objection to gay marriage, to gay adoption, and barely get away with not being labeled a bigot and having your life ruined. But you hear Cuomo, why is that not bigotry on the part of the religious? It's coming. Don't think it's not coming. And here's more.
We are seeing that bubble up, as some would assess as a scare tactic in the wake of this decision, that they'll lose tax-exempt status if they don't go along with it. But you say Catholic Charities, if you want to adopt babies and be part of that process, you have to be equal to all. That's equal protection. And if you don't do that and you don't respect the supreme law of the land, then you are the one discriminating. You're not being discriminated against.
That is such a warped line of reasoning. It's a radical left-wing intolerant line of reasoning. So by extension, if you're a priest preaching to the church members, and you talk about marriage as being between a man and a woman, you're in the wrong. You're discriminating, and you will lose your tax-exempt status. According to Mr. Cuomo's logic, more.
It is not a part of being a Catholic to not give babies to gay people. That's not part of the Catholic catechism. And that's the question that this law, as the religious freedom laws did, and it does smack familiar to what happened in the wake of the miscegenation laws and the civil rights laws, where people said, and some cited the Bible, some stated religion, and said, it's against my beliefs, I shouldn't have to participate. You know that's not how our law works here.
Bigot, right? That's what Cuomo's saying. Bigot! How dare! It's not in the catechism that you don't give babies to gay couples. You want me to sit here? I'm not Catholic. You want me to sit here and guess about a million things that aren't in the catechism specifically that you would never do as a Catholic? Come on, be intellectually honest at least in your foolish left-wing radical intolerant arguments, Cuomo. It's not in the catechism that you don't. Yeah, I saw it there. You do not give babies to gay couples. Yeah, that's going to be in the catechism. What a jerk. Here's more. The
problem with your premise, Chris, is you think that you have the right to dictate how someone else exercises their religion. And if you disagree with their expression of their religion or their particular convictions about how to apply their religious beliefs, then they shouldn't be allowed to apply it in that way. That's just not the way it works.
Bingo! Chris Cuomo wants to sit in judgment of Catholics and everybody else and say, that's not being a Catholic, that's not being a Christian, that's not being a Jew, that's not being a Muslim, not giving babies to gay couples. Says who? Says the great Chris Cuomo, who came down from the heavens? How dare you? Here's more.
We both know that your religion, my religion, is the rule for you and for me, but not for all. You don't project your religious beliefs onto the behavior of others. We know that we can't do that in a pluralistic society. This just seems like a little bit sour grapes and a little bit of trying to divide, which is okay culturally, but it is not okay when it's done in contravention to the supreme law of the land.
He's telling his guest he can't dictate how other people think in their religion? That's exactly what Cuomo's doing. My God! More.
Where are these cases, though, Peter? That's what I'm not seeing. We all know about the one infamous, the pizzeria and the Christian baker, but do you really believe there is a reasonable expectation that if you want to get married to your partner, your same-sex partner, that you're going to use a baker who doesn't want to work with you and then sue them, that you're going to seek out people who hate who you are and what you are or are opposed to it for your own wedding? Do you really believe that this is going to be something that you have to protect against?
Peter then brings up the case of a couple that did just that. We're running a tape the whole time to get that baker. Yes, Chris, you're wrong. We're coming back.